so you can sign up. I think you already signed up. I think I saw your name there.
Yes.
Yes. So
I did it last time and I really liked it.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, it's a fun class. It's a lot of acrobatics, and we do have strong foundation to hold you up in case. Yeah, in case you're afraid you're gonna fall on your face. We don't have dental insurance though, so don't expect replacing your crowns. So that's on the 24th. They're coming to town, and we'll have a 2-hour acro class. If the weather permits, maybe we can have it outside, so when you fall, it's much softer. On the 28th, that's Thanksgiving Day, we are going to have a gratitude class from 9 to 10:15. It's a class with live music. I'm not going to be able to talk. It's myself and
You're gonna give time to Nell for
and Mr. Raymond are going to lead a class. It's a
Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day. So before, first get up early, put your turkey into the oven, and come for a beautiful class with live music. Travis from St. Pete and Dino from Newport Richey will accompany us with live music with tons of instruments. They play a lot of beautiful instruments. So it's every year we do this, and I think it's gonna be our 6th or 5th time with Raymond, because prior to that we did I think Linda did this class or somebody else, but this is our my and Raymond 5th time that we're doing this together. It's a combination between vinyasa, yin and yang. So I call out few vinyasa poses and postures, and then Ray keeps you for a few minutes in a yin pose.
It's definitely a great combination. It's a great class. I mean, I've been to it several times, and you get a great understanding of how our practices are at the studio as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Yes, you've been as well. And it's by donation, it's a free class, but donation, we take donations to Hernando Humane Society, and it doesn't have to be about money. I actually don't want money. I want you to bring food supply, pet supplies, pet toys, towels, blankets, food, litter, anything that our pets can use at Hernando Humane Society. If you bring money, I go with that money to Sam's Club, and I buy big bags of pet food and take it to Humane Society. So your money will be used as well, but if you bring me food this way, I just put everything in the truck, and Mark will take it over. Okay.
No.
And then in December we have Vortex, but we're going to talk about it. Ryan is coming and is going to do a Vortex. It's a power yoga class with his playlist, and so we're going to talk about it later. But it's on the board already. So we have lots and lots of things going on at the studio.
Always lots of things in the studio.
Event-wise, and of course about 40 classes on the schedule. And here we have amazing person that has been working for me for a couple of years, and has been a great asset to the studio, not only teaching classes, but also behind the network. Without Nelson, network wouldn't work here. Without Nelson, we wouldn't have classes with weights, because weights are great, and he also lifts weights as well, as you probably can tell, and used to, and teaches a class here. I just want to ask you a question. First of all, Nelson, how did you get attracted, or why did you get attracted? No, how did you start your yoga journey? That's what I want to ask.
Actually, I was working out in the gym. I was a bodybuilder, doing mostly bodybuilding. And I met one of your other teachers. Who's that? Tracy. very good friend of mine.
She's coming here as well.
Yes, I know. We're
Yes.
really good friends. And she talked me into trying yoga. And at first I said, no, it's too girly of a thing. I'm not going to do that. But she insisted and kept insisting. And so her and I, we were working out with weights. And then one day she says, well, why don't you come to my class? And I said, oh, okay, I'll come to your class. And I went to her class. And she, as you know, she teaches the power vinyasa.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I wasn't prepared for that, okay? I'm thinking yoga, you know, the things that you know, stretching and all this. I wasn't expecting power vinyasa. And for lack of a better phrase, she kicked my butt, literally. And I found out it was hard.
It was hard, and you were big, much.
I was a lot
yeah.
bulkier. I had a lot more fat on me too.
No,
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you were much fatter at that time, were you?
Yeah, I had about an extra 30 pounds of fat at that time.
Oh,
I've lost about half my body fat since.
Really?
Yeah.
With this vegan diet as well.
With diets
Yes.
and proper exercise.
How much did you weigh then, and how much do you weigh now? If you don't
When I
mind?
first started, I weighed about 230 pounds.
Wow.
And that was 230 pounds, solid muscle, about 20%, 21% body fat.
Wow.
Now I'm down to 190 with 10% body.
Wow.
So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And how do you feel?
I feel fantastic.
Awesome.
Except for once in a while, you know, because I'm practicing and I'm doing, you know, 15 classes a week.
Yeah.
I get a little sore once in a while, but you know, those things happen. I mean, that's called old age. I'm
No.
ancient. I'm older than you two combined.
Listen, don't
Well, how old are you? Because I guess don't know.
Yes, how old are you, Nelson? Can you tell us?
Less than 100? No. No, 56.
But you look great for 56. A lot of 56-year-olds can't say it so openly that they are that age, and they're ashamed of it.
My doctor says I'm in better shape than most 35-year-olds that come to his office.
There you
so,
go.
yes, I
There
get
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. And it's the magic behind this is you are always on the go, go, go. First of all, here at the studio, you are teaching body sculpting class. It's a
Yes.
yoga with weights, and he will demo in a second.
Demo.
He's also certified in aerial yoga. So when I go to
Right.
India, Nelson will take over my Friday night class, which is a great strengthening class. I wouldn't call it so much yoga, but it's a strengthening class using silks, using fabric to do pull-ups, crunches, inversions. So it's a wonderful class this Friday if you want to experience it. I'm teaching it at 6:30. Sometimes I teach it, sometimes I cancel it because sometimes my Fridays get really real crazy. So here, tell us a little bit about your class that you're teaching here.
Well,
Classes.
well, I fill in a lot of classes.
Yes,
but,
you do.
My main class, my primary class, is body sculpting yoga. And the body sculpting yoga basically takes two disciplines. It takes yoga and bodybuilding and combines them into the two. And everybody knows that working out with weights is the best way to get fit, to get stronger. Yoga helps with that because it combines that with the mind-muscle connection.
Mm.
So if you think about it, and this is why I brought a weight with me, so you're going to demonstrate for us.
Of course.
But if you think about it, when you practice yoga with weights, the point of yoga is to get that mind-body connection, that mind-muscle connection.
Right.
But if you're thinking about it and you do the things, you don't really get it right away. It takes sometimes a lot of people a lot longer to understand that connection, to get it. By adding some weights to the class, you're basically increasing the speed at which they're going to learn that mind-body connection.
Really?
They're going to have to learn. And if you want to think about it, think about it this. Bring your arm out, just like this, like as if you were holding right here, and as if you're going to do a curl. Okay, you're doing the curl. You really don't really realize the muscle is really working
Already.
You don't really realize it. You don't feel it. You don't know it. Okay, here's a weight.
Oh, gee.
It's a 7-pound weight. I'm the only one who uses that.
Whoa.
But now by using that, now you start to feel that muscle.
And now you actually feel the muscle groups that you're using.
Right, so now you're feeling your bicep, you're feeling that weight, you're feeling it go. Now,
Ooh, I do have
yeah, you
that.
feel it, right. Now take your hand and turn it over.
Yes.
Hold on.
Now take it up. Now, this is not working as much. This is working. You're feeling right here in the forearm.
Wow.
So by changing the angle, you're now working your brachialis, which is your forearm muscle.
Wow.
And all you've done is just rotate differently. But now you become much more aware of your mind-muscle connection.
Yes.
So yoga with weights is not a fast discipline where we're lifting really quick and all that. It's a slow moving yoga.
Still using breath.
But you're still using breath. You're breathing in. You exhale as you curl up. You inhale as you go down. You're taking that slow breath and you're controlling the movement.
Every
You're
time
not jerking the weights around. You're not. You're actually purposely moving. This purposeful movement. You're curling that weight. You're bringing it down. So you're taking advantage of that extra resistance, so you build that mind-muscle connection much faster.
So every time you're compressing the muscle, you're exhaling, and every time you're letting the muscle relax, you're inhaling.
Right. The muscle contraction is got a concentric phase and eccentric phase. So on the concentric phase, you exhale.
Okay.
On the eccentric phase, you inhale.
Right.
And if you do an isometric where you hold it, you breathe through, in and out through the pose. Yeah.
And also, we offer those classes in the mornings. Why? There's a reason for that. Because in the morning, we are much stronger than in the evening, but we are less flexible. And it's a scientific proven thing. When do you teach those classes?
Well, I teach the body sculpting yoga on Wednesday mornings at 8:05 and Sunday mornings at 8:35.
Fantastic. And we are looking forward to add more body sculpting classes in the morning if there will be, of course, audience, because we have this amazing qualified teacher who is also, he used to be a body sculptor. You are also a instructor at YMCA and with the body sculpting, right?
Yes, I teach a lot of high intensity classes there. Really a lot of plyometrics, a lot of very high end classes that basically put you on your butt by the time you're done with them. Most of my classes are 30 to 45 minutes long. Except for once in a while, maybe an hour class, but 30 to 45 minutes long. We pack in a lot of exercise during that time.
And what time is it in the morning as well?
Here?
Here in the morning, right?
Yes.
Here.
So it's a good way to get to your blood flow.
Well, my class here in the morning is an hour long.
Yes. And we don't use heavy duty weights
No.
here. We use 2 pounds, 5 pounds.
Most women use 2, 3, and even up to 5 pounds.
And it's enough to
The guys
stimulate.
will use 5, and we have 7, and I think the biggest weights we have is about 9 pounds. I don't want to go anything higher than that, because anything higher than that, you're more prone to injure yourself. Yeah.
So, by the way, Travis said that he thought that you're less than 40 years old. I think that's what.
Well, thank you, Travis.
Yes, thank you, Travis. Yes, he uses morning routines, skin peels, and of course, yoga is his secret.
It's called rolling out of bed and dragging myself into the kitchen.
So not recently, the last couple of, I think a year or so, you became vegan. You started your vegan.
Yes, I've been a vegan for 2 years now.
2 years, yes.
Right. I started to become vegan mostly because of health purposes.
Mm-hmm.
What was happening is I was actually a bodybuilder at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing what's called a paleo diet, which means no grains, basically a caveman diet. And my doctor was saying, hey, your blood sugar's out of control. And I'm like, what? I don't eat sugar, I don't eat grains, I don't eat pasta, I don't eat any of that stuff. Why is my blood sugar out of control? And he said, well, do you have a family history of it? And I'm like, yeah, but my family is all overweight, the ones that have the problem. So I'm like, that's not my case. And then after a little bit of research, and after finding out from some of the things from the vegan diet, and from Forks Over Knives, the movie, and things like that, and finding out more things, I found out that a lot of the proteins that we eat from our food, from the meat, binds with the insulin in our system. And next thing you know, you become insulin resistant. So what's happening is your insulin is taken up by the protein, and when you eat pasta, you eat sugar and all that stuff, what happens is your body can't process it. So that sugar stays in your bloodstream. So by eliminating basically all meat out of my diet and becoming a full vegan, I have brought myself back to a normal blood sugar. My A1C is perfect.
Wow.
My cholesterol's great. Everything's fine. The funniest question I always get, and nobody really ever cares, you know. I mean, you're not vegan. Nobody's going to ask you, hey, where do you get your protein from? When you tell somebody you're vegan, it says, well, where do you get your protein from? Well, I get my protein from plants. Just like you know, the biggest animals on the planet. I mean, if you think of cows, where do they get their protein from?
Same with elephants.
Same with elephants. Same with the big apes. The apes are frutivores. They eat mostly fruit.
Exactly. Yes, and it's
You know.
it's just the big corporations telling you that milk and meat are
Is the best for you,
the best
which is actually
sources.
wrong. I mean,
Right.
the human body is naturally an herbivore, which is a carnivore, and no, it's an omnivore. We're omnivores, yeah.
Right.
So
we eat everything.
Yeah,
We eat everything.
Yeah,
we are garbage basically.
But I mean, you have to eat everything in moderation, and you have to watch what you
Absolutely.
eat. Now,
Right.
especially nowadays, we don't go hunting, and we don't go, hunting or gathering after plants and animals. And so back then, animals were a lot more scarce because we had to go hunt for it. But now we have these huge corporations that are.
And meat was different because the hunted animal had no
antibiotics, no
antibiotics, no chemicals in their meat.
Also, they ate a lot less.
Less.
If you think about it, if you look at that basically at some of the older diets, or if you look at some of the diets from other countries, mainly in Asia, where they seem to be a lot thinner and a lot healthier. They live a lot longer. Now, they still eat meat, but how often do they eat meat?
No, they're
You know, what some people have here, and I've been to restaurants, and you see these people in restaurants, I mean, they'll have a steak the size of a dinner plate. And that's the thing. Now, in some other countries, that steak would go enough to feed a whole family for about a week.